does anyone out there know what I do? Because we're just going off on a limb here.
Please explain it.
All right, I'm going to college right now for animal management, become a zookeeper, get associates in applied science. But like, I think that's what you're talking about is more of the lines of like.
Well, tell them about your internship.
Oh, my internship, I get to work at a zoo of my choice. Like I do like husbandry and maintenance care of like animals of a certain like section like reptiles or mammals, but
So do they make you do all the grunt work like cleaning?
I mean like the zoo I work that I intern at now, like you do like maintenance of like what they would do every day. Like I do like part of their work and then they do the other parts of their work.
So it isn't like they're doing the good stuff like training animals and like shoveling crap?
No.
They're pretty cool like that?
Yeah, it's all the same there. It's really awesome. I love it.
So even though it's cool, do you ever have to do anything that's like really gross?
I'm trying to think of something that's done really gross. No, I mean, as soon as you get like accepted to that you got to work with poop in your life, you just
it's like what's worse than poop, really?
I mean, like if you work with mammals and stuff, you're gonna get like piles of poop to like this big and stuff. I mean, like, I've worked with like birds and stuff and reptiles and amphibians. So I mean, you don't get piles of poop like that. Snake poop smells bad though.
Ooh, so what do you do with the poop? Like shovel it and
you
ship
shovel
it off somewhere?
then like they have like a big I don't know if every zoo, but the zoo I've been interning at, they have like a big dumpster that you just dump it in and everything. So
then what happens after that? Who cares?
I think they dump it somewhere. I don't know where they dump it.
But so did you ever have to like see or give birth to like animals or?
No, I haven't seen any of that. I mean,
not yet. Do you ever see any other animal giving birth in person?
In person?
Yeah. I seen a cow give birth.
I think I've seen a cow. Cow was like on its way to give birth, but I've never like seen it went from start to finish type of thing.
It's pretty weird.
It's pretty weird because they got like a sack around them and everything.
Oh, I know. And here, what they had to do is, for some reason, they had to tie a rope around it and like finish pulling it out.
Yeah, like sometimes like if it's like positioned wrong, you have to do it yourself, and
that's what you're gonna have to do. Like, what do you do if that case? Like sometimes. I don't know. So many complications can happen where the baby like gets stuck almost.
I really don't know.
Like, but what if it's like whenever you're giving birth, and you know I know nothing about giving birth, but if there's like an umbilical cord wrapped around a little child's head, then you know you can probably do something about that. But what if it's like a huge elephant? You just have to sit there and do what? You can't.
I have no idea. That's scary.
You can't just be like, oh, let me just unwrap that right there.
Have you seen how big an elephant baby is?
They're like elephants.
They're like 200 pounds when they get born. It's like, oh, that's just a small one. I was like,
yeah, but like you can't be around there, especially when they're giving birth.
No, it's very spastic. You can't really predict what they'll do if they like stomp on you or like get pissed that you're near their baby or whatever. So I mean,
yeah, like what do you do? Just sit and watch it?
I guess so. I don't know if you can like assist it in any way. I mean,
are you supposed to like whenever there's an animal in need? Is there sometimes where you're just like, okay, sometimes I just have to let nature take its place?
I don't know, but yeah, I mean, like, if there's like a complication with like a birth or something, they do ultrasounds that are preceding to like the expected day. It's supposed to give birth, and they do as much as they can. But I mean, I don't know, like.
See, I think that I would have that conflict a lot if I worked with anything dealing with nature. That okay, I want to help some animals, but I want to let nature kind of take its place. It's like if I see, I don't know, maybe some coyotes chasing a rabbit around, I'm like, okay, I just want to save the rabbit and shoot the coyotes. But the same lines, even though it's
food chain type of thing, you're messing there.
Yeah, so
I don't know. Like I know what you mean, but it's Darwin's theory of evolution, survival of the fittest type of thing. I mean, if the rabbit was faster, then you wouldn't have to worry about it. So I mean, that's just how things roll, and I'm a strong believer in that. So.
And what? Strong survive?
Yeah, only the strongest survive. I mean, if the weak were to survive, then we have overpopulations of things.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
in our race right here.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But I don't know. It's crazy.
It is weird.
So you never had to like, and I imagine there's times that maybe not yet, but. Whenever like an animal is suffering or something, they have to put it down. That has kind of suck.
I think they euthanize them. Like it's like an injection they give them. So I mean, it's like they think they're sleeping, but they don't wake up, type of thing.
That's another thing that
it sucks. It
like
really
what
does.
happens when a giraffe breaks both its front legs? Just like do you euthanize it, or because that's kind of like messing with nature too.
I don't know. I mean I can understand like if you want to help like an animal that's critically endangered, like has like an issue, or just saying like that. If giraffes are really endangered, I would be all for like helping it. But like if you see it in the wild, I don't know. But then they have wildlife rehabilitators. I mean, like that's their purpose. They save animals from like dying and stuff, no matter what they're.
Like in the wild, if a giraffe breaks his leg, they have jobs for that.
That's a good question. I don't know about like exotic like that, but I know like in the U.S. they have like people that help squirrels and.
Really?
Yeah, and not even kidding, and they're hardcore about it too. And then like,
is this like a government program or just like a personal?
I don't know. I don't think it's funded by the government, but like depending on how good you are and who like, if you have to have vets too that come in there regularly and then you got to pay the vets out of your pocket. I mean, and then sometimes I think you can get grants from like the government ever to help your clinic or rehabilitation center or whatever. So I mean,
would you ever want to be a vet?
No.
Why not?
They say sometimes like learning the medicine. I've seen like the books to like learn medicines. It's like that thick, and you got to know every medicine and what it does. And
yeah, because you can't mess up that.
No,
stuff.
You really can't. I mean, like people value their pets sometimes as much as they would say like your brother or sister. And if you were to kill an animal,
oh yeah,
all hell break loose. You don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, because I
can understand that.
I remember Kobe, my dog.
Oh yeah,
like he got hit by a car once where he was like messed up bad.
Yeah,
I was sleeping in my loft on what was like the third floor of my house, and he was like he got hit by a car and he was like arr, arr, and he woke me up, and then we had to take him to the vet, and I was like seriously like upset. And so I was like going crazy about the vet, and I'm like, oh, what should I do? And
vets got to remain calm in those type of situations, because if you see them reacting bad, then it's like you think that's going to be the end of the line, and you can't.
I mean, like some people, pets are part of their family.
They really are. It doesn't even matter if it's like, say, a turtle to like a dog or whatever. People value their pets exactly as anything else would be like.
So yeah, that'd just be too much pressure for me.